Oh boy. Hopefully I didn't walk into something crazy.
If you go wrong, into jail you go.
That's going to be one method. But I would like it if things were prevented before it got to that point.
Oh, perhaps you should
The
talk
reason
with
why
Aegis
I
about
was
that.
I was about to.
Okay.
I am not sure what you can do to really fix the corruption issue
Hmm.
beyond making them choose one or the other. And I don't know how that's going to go, considering I know very firmly that they also viewed Purple Lotus as a
Oh
family.
man.
But I don't know what family is valued more, and that can cause problems.
I think aside from me, there's not any Purple Lotus members left here.
Hmm.
That's not true.
Uh-oh.
I mentioned earlier. That armor?
Yes. Is that
Yeah.
strange? Who's the orange person?
His name was
The
Leaf,
leader.
but he was Vincent.
Oh. Nice.
Well, not leader, the squad leader.
Primordial god from the underworld here to reap you.
Well, it's
That
about
is
that
not
time, I
really true.
guess.
He looks
That's
nothing
the
like my
thing.
father.
Hi, Pumpkinhead. I haven't seen you in a while either. I miss you.
Hell.
Hi.
Oh, there's a lot of people I haven't seen.
Well. Yes. Yeah, haven't seen. I haven't been around much.
You still
Why
haven't
do
taken
you-
back what you said about Aegis.
And I'm not going to.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
what? Hmm.
At least let me make it clear that when I asked all of you to call each other family, it was never meant to be manipulation. It was one of the core principles that the Renegades was founded on, because we were a family. We were individuals who had no one else but each other.
I can agree on that. Like I said,
Unintended.
those fundamentals on their own is fine. The problem was, however, how Sachi used it to his advantage.
Don't say that
So
about him. He wouldn't do that.
He did.
A lot of tension.
You can ask him yourself.
Did you
I don't
ask
need
him?
to ask him. I know he wouldn't, because he's part of my family.
This is gonna make a problem. Sorry for
Can we just agree to disagree on this one?
We can. If you don't want to be family, that's fine.
That isn't what I'm saying.
That's what you're doing.
I
The difference between saying and doing. You told us already you're leaving, and there's nothing we can say to change that. That's
Fantastic.
the first thing you said when you started. So you're already doing it.
Almost.
No, it's done.
if you
Be
have to be a
honest.
part of an organization to be a family, that's terribly
You
sad.
don't. You could still be family.
I know.
I can see your
I
family
care
there.
about all of you. That is why I had to bring it up.
Good
I
you
feel
have.
like this will help the most.
Leaving
It would help if you'd
again?
stay.
Be honest. If you're going to help fix Aegis, how are you going to do it from the outside?
I will be giving
I want to
options
work with you.
so that people do not have to kill feel like they have to be safe, make their families safe. This isn't just to help Aegis. Like this everywhere. I am more surprised. Rather, I have found that more people are willing to kill each other just to get what they want or just to feel better than people are more willing to admit that killing is wrong. That hurting people is wrong. That's not a good thing. And I know how it got to this point because there is no policing anywhere. People are much more willing to listen to excuses, and I understand that things happen. Sometimes you kill someone not on purpose. Sometimes you any number of things can happen.
Officer blinks at the ethics
But
committee.
for
Good ring to it.
So you
Like
want
it.
to become a police officer?
effectively, I told you that when I wanted to join Aegis, I wanted to be a hero. But you yourself admitted that it's not a hero organization anymore. It's a mercantile one. That's not what I want.
To be fair, it's not even much of that right now, anyhow.
Yeah. But admittedly, having police would help. I mean, as long as their laws are correct, just, ethical,
You're part of
that
the
they
ethics
aren't
committee.
making
You get to
decisions for
vote on our
themselves.
laws. Gosh, oh my goodness. I mean,
As long as
we hold a meeting once every 15 years. You can
it
show
would
up.
help us to be able to.
And who will decide on these laws?
The ethics committee, probably. Hopefully.
Actually, isn't too bad of an
Yeah.
And who will
idea.
lead the ethics committee? Do you have answers to these questions? Because you're asking me to put a lot
So
of trust
far.
into you, Vincent.
I'm aware. So far, the only real thing that I would be keeping my eye out for, because to be honest, I'm only worried about the big fish. People like the Dawn.
I think
The
you mean
people that
Sachi.
I
Me
would.
too.
People who are harming people just for the sake of doing it. Just for the sake of power. Not in self-defense. Not even as a means of survival. Just for the sake of doing it. Just because they want to feel powerful. Those are the kinds of people that I want to put away.
It's like half the
And maybe
planet.
I am aware that is why I need to make this.
Well, hold on. Imagine this. You guys catch a big bad guy. You don't have anywhere to put him. We've got a cool jail where they don't die or get tortured. You know.
What guarantees do you have that they can't just break out of it?
I have resources.
This probably isn't time for that discussion. I think more fundamental is, first of all, dealing with the view of Aegis being good. That's why you're here, right, Vincent? Help Aegis become better.
Not just Aegis, but Aegis is close to my heart, so I have a vested interest.
That's good. The help you can offer is useful. Good to communicate. Now that Hybris knows these concerns of yours, perhaps you will come by and visit more often and share them with her, your concerns, not keep them.
As a special friendship present, I'll throw out all the citations I made for
Well,
Aegis
this is
on.
going to be not exactly easy.
Like destroying a world tree. That's a big one.
That is actually a really big one.
That was like -1 mission.
Planted, I had to do it.
I remember.
I wasn't exactly
Even
thrilled
I wasn't
about
happy
that
about
when I
that.
heard it either.
Hmm.
Ironically enough, that's not even necessarily an Aegis issue, as far as I know. I think that was
No, it
actually
wasn't
just
Aegis.
Sachi.
No,
Yeah, that was
what?
Sachi.
Well, that's
Wasn't
my
even
fucking
Sachi, as
job.
far as I'm
Sora.
aware.
No,
It was
it was-
Sora.
It was Sora. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Sora?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about that particular instance to really comment on it.
It's okay. You got enough.
Thing attacked, turned into a bomb. He threw it away from everyone. It exploded.
Yeah, we remember. It was good. It was fun times.
Collateral
But
damage
again, that's not really
control.
the point. We should stay focused on what Vincent's objective is here. Stated objective. To make Aegis better. To help us help ourselves. Since Vincent will no longer be part of this organization.
Honestly, if you want my
You
input on
mentioned
helping us help
before.
ourselves.
You mentioned before the creatures in the cave,
Mhm.
as well as Mara. The creatures I have confirmed myself. They are monsters. They are meant to be dealt with. How they were dealt with, that's up for debate. Whether or not they should have been peacefully caged and let to roam wild in someone else's backyard.
I will have to respectfully disagree on your monstrous comment. They were clearly intelligent. They wielded bows and swords.
Yes, but they're also a race of creatures that regularly attack small towns and cities.
Yes.
If we're going by that logic,
The foolish.
does that mean that you should start killing orcs? Does that mean that you should kill elves? Every race has done that.
I didn't realize elves were still doing
In a
that
more
now.
barbaric sense of
Do you
the
do
word.
that?
Whatever reason. I don't. But
Okay.
that's more so moving toward my point.
Mhm.
They are like animals, unfortunately. And while yes, we can try our best to remove them from places such as that cave without causing much harm. It is good to keep in mind that they aren't going to do the same for you. As I understand, they tried to rip out Mara's throat.
Yes.
We only
The
slaughtered
thing
them in
is-
return.
Vincent cares about that particular side. I think Vincent would sacrifice himself happily.
This has been talked about back and forth a lot.
That's
Yeah.
It did start
an
with
assumption.
trespassing on what they would consider.
It's
their
because what you said the night
Yes.
when we came back.
Technically speaking, they were trespassing on someone else's ground to begin with. They
Mm,
shouldn't have
majority
been
They
of
there.
didn't legally own that ground at the time.
Just
For
one
one.
That's entirely not true.
Just 1 second. Hello. Gosh.
It's like the
You
one
know, this might not be
time.
the best time for this conversation.
Hmm.
We're kind of losing the point here.
Yeah.
Mara took great care to specifically retrieve the deed to the land from the castle, which was destroyed, mind you.
That was after the incident. She talked to me about that. She only recently got the contract a couple days ago.
A few days ago.
She told me this herself.
Then
Oh, couple
what
being
was
about
the
4.
papers that she produced and showed to me?
I don't know. She only told me that she received them the last time I spoke to her, which was about 4 days ago. So I do not know what to tell you there.
I see.
I did not see these documents.
There's a lot of fact checking that needs to go around, isn't there?
Evidently.
Yes, definitely. Like talking to people who you have questions about their motivations.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one too, right, Blink?
In any case,
If you're gonna make a
the
comment like
land
that.
was still hers, regardless of whether or not she had the deed in her hand, or had been home in quite some time. She had a right to see to it that they were removed.
She didn't, in my opinion, and May is right. This is not the point of the conversation.
Mhm.
No, but it's one of the points of contention. And if it's not addressed, it'll continue to be a point of contention.
We can handle it later. For breakout session. We don't need to fight about it.
As an experiment, or as a comparison, I allow all of you to stay in my home. But should something change, I have the right to tell you all to leave. Forcefully if I have to. I don't intend to do that. But I have that right. Even if I was down on the surface of a planet and said, it's time to go, get out. I have that right.
Well, I tried to get off this topic, but now I'm going to have to challenge that. That is unfortunately not the situation that happened that night. The situation that happened that night, if you were to be accurate about it, you abandoned your home 10 years ago. A new family is now living in that home.
Of animals.
They have settled in. I mean, it doesn't matter. A new family has settled into that home because it has been 10 years since anyone has been there. Then, you walk into your home. People inside are shocked that you are walking into what is now their home. And they attack. And then, of course, you retaliate by killing every single member of their family. That was what happened. They did not own that land anymore. It doesn't
I'll
matter
have
the
to respectfully
sentimentality.
disagree.
I guess
There's
have
no
to disagree as well.
sentimentality. Legally, that land was and has still been hers.
maybe that's something we should make sure that the police have a law on. Land deeds. The amount of time they last. Good idea.
I was gonna say
That way
it
that
would-
doesn't happen
It would
again.
really help if there was like an organization that kept like
Records.
books and things and like they yeah, references and
There
documents
technically is.
and okay.
They're who we accept contracts from. You didn't think I simply... Go ahead.
No, I want to hear the rest of that.
You didn't think that we simply just wandered around aimlessly looking for things to do.
Judging by a couple of the quests, I would actually argue that might have happened, or at the very least, there was not enough research put into it. Namely, with a supposed terrorist attack that was not actually a terrorist attack, but filled with freedom fighters that were protecting their planet.
Yes, and I reported the situation back to the Federation. They took care of it. But
Then
you
there was,
didn't
of course,
check,
the
did
mission
you?
where I actually saw you report that, but the problem is that we were in that situation to begin with. If I was to make a much more pointed example, there was a mission where that was made for practice, where Aegis allowed the kidnapping of a child from Beetlevox.
Beetlevox was never an Aegis. Never has.
Then why were we allowing him to walk around with an Aegis and allowing him to kidnap children for the purpose of our missions?
Ooh, you know what? Actually, better yet, why do people keep saying that was the first Aegis mission where I sat down and did nothing when it wasn't one?
I don't think that's necessarily relevant, sorry.
No, he was on my side. Did pretty good. I don't.
In any case, I would tell Beetlevox where to go, but unfortunately he tends to go where he pleases and do whatever he wants. I had my own idea for that evening's activity. Something to try to see if you all would work together well. A simple capture the flag exercise. But he barged in and, well, he did his thing.
Chaos. His thing is chaos.
You also worked with my father in the past. A man that murders his own children. Person you know that I am very close to. And you just let him walk in here all the time like he owns the place.
Unfortunately, it being like Dio, I can't exactly stop. I can simply ask that he stays away. The reason I've tried to keep a good, well, relationship with him, at least cordially, is because of the situation that, well, before you joined Aegis, apparently you were causing trouble with Dio. I understand you escaped from him, but then he came after you.
Yeah, we stole his soul.
She's talking about before that.
Oh, that's weird.
We didn't steal his soul. Well, actually, we.
Then why would he say
We
that?
did. We did.
Technically,
So
You
you
did.
stole from
yeah.
him.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Well, specific. Okay, if we're going to go over that specific event, which I had already told you about, mind you, Tauntaun escaped hell. He took a key from Dio. Dio decided to come and try and kill him. We were like, no, we're not going to let you take back Tauntaun and back into the kennels because the kennels are fucked up. So, we were like, okay, so he's going to kill us if we don't turn him back in. Okay, what can we do to fix this situation? I know. We can get his soul and force him into a situation that he will have to leave us alone. And so, we went on a
Stealing something
literal
like
suicide
someone's soul
mission.
from someone certainly doesn't seem like a good thing to do, Vincent.
I mean, as long as
Anything we could do.
It was,
We're talking
that
about
was
a
literally our
soul here.
only option, for one.
Yes.
And for two, we had no intention of ever killing him. We only used it as a bargaining chip, so that he would leave Tauntaun alone. And even then, the contract that was made was in order to ensure that he had a chance of redeeming himself.
And we gave it back. Yeah.
We got... Yes. I never had any intention of actually keeping it. If we were going to talk about the ethicality of that, you need to compare it to the literally what he was doing to Tauntaun and threatening my life. You knew about this since the beginning. I do not know why you're commenting about it now.
You brought it up as a point. I'm
Yeah,
simply
I mean,
providing a counterpoint. Playing,
I guess as long as you
literal
justify your
devil's
actions,
advocate.
it's okay, right? You see that there was
No
no
harm
other
was done.
opportunity, even as you tell the rest of us that there's always another way, a better way to do things.
He's not dead.
Yeah, it was kind of.
This time,
This time, well, whatever. You know what?
you make an assumption.
That's
Yes, you took his
Allow me
soul.
to-
You took a devil's
Okay.
soul.
All right. I would like to make a very clear point about what I actually stand for. Violence for self-defense. Okay. Violence for the sake of just putting someone down. Not okay. Killing someone. Very bad. Avoided at all costs. What we did, while I admit, under any other normal circumstances might have been pretty fucked up, the situation was different.
It's
It
different
was.
because you say so.
I mean, he did kind of leave it laying around in a crypt.
He did. And technically, when you think about it, we didn't even necessarily steal it because his wife from beyond the grave gave it to us willingly.
That's
After you
technically
sang
true.
it a
We had
song.
to complete
What
her
in the
riddle.
fuck?
No,
Yes.
she's talking about solving a riddle.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay, well,
incoherent.
let me-
logic.
let me-
Well,
let-
actually,
let
not
me-
even
let me
just
ex-
well, okay. We solved the
Let me
riddle.
explain
and
Why do I
then
feel like
Tauntaun
we've gotten off
accused
track
his
here?
mother.
We kind of
Severely.
A little bit.
It's important, though.
Yeah, this is actually
Is it?
In
important
any case, I
to-
recognize the problem that Dio faces. However, I'm not exactly in any position to do anything against him. I keep a cordial relationship with him in the same way that a mouse would keep a cordial relationship with a cat. I don't trust him. In fact, I don't even like him. I detest him and his attitude. The way he treats other people, the way he treats someone I care about.
He's not good.
I think what Kanton was getting at is it doesn't necessarily matter whether or not you like him or not, you still took a job from him.
I think that one goes more along the lines of two people had the same, in a way, objectives that lined up and they worked side by side, regardless of their differences.
I was going to do something about that professor anyways.
It is still technically working with them. That is what Kanton was getting at. I don't know this situation. You shouldn't be talking to me about that. You should be talking to him about that, because he knows more about it than I do.
We can bring up instances and technicalities all day, but I think you came here with a point to make, and I think we should get back to that.
Yeah.
We gotta move forward. We're rolling back. I don't want to be an enemy of anyone. I want to help everyone. I still view virtually all of you as friends. I want to make the world a better place for all of us, to make it easier for everyone.
Oh, jeez. I never
I want
killed anyone
everyone
in
to
this
get better. I
organization.
have to get
Y'all
better.
are crazy.
That's why I'm doing this, because I haven't been doing enough. I was letting these things happen. That is my fault too. So I'm stopping. I'm not going to stand on the sidelines anymore. Even the methods I was taking when I was speaking up about it, it wasn't done effectively. So I'm going to do better. People need a different resource. And even if I was to stay in Aegis, that would pose problems. Because I have to remain unbiased if I am to do this properly.
You are. And again, I'll restate. You're asking us to put a lot of trust in you, Vincent. Trust that I'm
I know.
sorry, but you're going to have to earn.
That is fine.
Oh, okay. That's good then.
As far as our differences, as long as they are treated respectfully, there won't be any issues. If any of my agents give you trouble, tell me. I'll deal with them.
Does that count for me too, or are you gonna just call me a liar again? Sorry, I'm just making sure. Fine.
They're funny, but please not now.
I need an okay, fine, whatever. Fine, I guess I am.
I think it applies to anybody.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's important to hear from everybody.
That's
It
sorry.
would be nice if everyone was here.
I think this is
I
most of us left the page.
can't really control it. That, anyway.
Hybris, what is that?
I hate to be that guy, yeah, but there seems
I
to be some sort
guessed.
of
Just a moment.
dragon thing.
Oh, is that the dragon guy?
Yes.
He looks pretty orange.
Bren,
Don't growl.
would
And
you
You're one that-
please,
having
Kind of yellow. Appearance.
please ask
like a
them
yellow
to return to their
orange.
room.
Do we
An orangey yellow, cut a yellow orange. Oh, he's spitting fire.
I think he has a cough.
Is that what's happening?
That's out of character as controllers now.
I know. Obvious. Yeah.
So I think it's really nice to have different perspectives of situations so that we can see it from all sides and come up with a conclusion.
Also, for
It
the
always
record,
is.
I didn't kill anyone. Like, I don't know what you exactly, like, what's going on from person to person, but I just want to put it out there. But I know.
I don't think that was-
Congratulations.
I don't think
So,
that was directed at you, Kata.
I know,
I
but
think that was more in general.
I'm not flexing, but
Back to the subject at hand.
I know.
In any case, Vincent, you have my word that we are
the
going to do our
hell?
best to improve things here. That was my intention from the beginning. It just would have been nice.
now I'll just be going around on the far side. Get my armor off, which is the reason why I came here. Y'all are crazy. Like, I didn't kill anybody. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. That was funny. Nah, I don't feel like switching. I should put like a mirror in here. Fantastic. Hmm.
I would argue that she's more like a zombie or like a ghost possessing a body, or
She doesn't look like anything from the comics.
Regardless,
A ghoul.
Vincent, if I might add to that situation, I am not happy about it either. I'd like to have my own feet back, but unfortunately, it's stuck here on my hand for the time being.
I really don't know the exact circumstances. You were in pain somehow because you grew a soul.
Yes, my
Am I
body
getting that
was
right?
trying to destroy its own soul. Smart, I'm sure. It's why
my
I'm trying to
storytelling.
manually make some adjustments, but it's a lot of code to go over. I'm sure you're aware.
I would think that it would be easier to just put you inside of like a mannequin or a doll. It would certainly be more ethical.
Potentially.
Soul can't live in an artificial
But I didn't
body.
exactly.
Well,
You could've made
that's
a
not
clone.
true. There is actually a lot
Clone?
of robots I have seen that actually have souls. There are also golems, which operate off of souls. There are quite a few things.
Like actually
Sure,
cloning
I mean, a
body
golem
and
has
then
a
putting them
soul
in
that
it.
powers it, but that's not life.
Technically,
It's a
but if it
slightly
was only a
different
temporary
situation.
solution. Anyway, yeah.
It's a temporary solution. I didn't exactly have many options at the time, and it was either Corona and Sachi find something, or they put me down.
I do have a question, actually. Did the body come with the headphones?
No.
Okay. They just
No,
kind of
she
matched,
was-
so I was like,
I have a question.
Yes, Pumpkinhead. It's good to see you, by the way.
Who?
That's hybrid.
what?
I can explain more later.
I mean, you don't have to.
Wait, hang on.
I just came to get my stuff.
Hmm?
Pumpkin!
And then I can go back. What?
Happy Halloween!
It's not even Halloween.
Trick or treat!
Fuck you.
That's neither! That's neither!
Holy moly.
I gave you two options, you picked neither!
I think that was the trick.
Oh, because you're orange, Vincent. You okay?
I was the one who was tricked, and no one was
I'm
treated.
perfectly fine.
I don't know. That was a
Do
treat
you
to
want a
me.
cough drop? I
It's
heard-
a little more complicated than that.
Tuberculosis? However you say it?
Tuberculosis.
No, that was the
Tuberculosis, thank
previous
you.
issue.
Airplane
no, the lungs
turbulence.
are regressing,
Oh,
unfortunately. I'll be honest about that with you
Got
all.
me tuberculosis.
My lungs are falling apart.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
Again,
if you
not
feel-
exactly happy about this.
if you inhale and it hurts, you might want to see a doctor. That means you have a collapsed lung. And if the other one collapses, then
I'm
You're dead.
aware, Vincent.
okay. Okay.
I'm quite well versed in medical practices, surprisingly enough, and human biology is.
Right.
Yes. I still
okay, but-
remember everything. It's just a little bit slower.
Okay, but still, can you just, like, clone a body and get new lungs?
That's...
I mean, cloning a body would have been another option.
Eh.
A clone would have to be aged
Yeah.
from infancy to support organ donors, not to mention, like, blood types, genetics...
I mean,
facility.
put her
There's a
soul in, I
waiting
mean.
list for that
Regardless,
kind
I'm
of
going
thing.
to try to make this work until this can work.
Mm.
I'd rather not
Human science can't
body
speed
pop if
age
at all
something.
possible. That's not what I am.
yeah. When can you have your body back?
As soon as I can reprogram it to accept a soul and not destroy it.
Ah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of code to go through.
And
23
you
years
are...
of it.
And you have a lot. Ooh.
Yeah, and it's all in a language that not even you would recognize.
I heard about that. But I didn't look, as you recall.
And I appreciated that.
I want to look.
Ah.
I want to read it. Read it all.
It's hard.
Wanna look?
It's hard to
That-
read.
That
I'm
is...
not teaching anyone how to read my
feels...
That's
At
Please,
least
That's
not
lewd
rude.
my
somehow. Why does that feel lewd?
it's totally lewd.
I've already asked sci-fi.
Very
It's
inappropriate.
not gonna happen.
Sci-fi, very inappropriate. How could
Think
you?
of all the knowledge in there.
I'm not teaching anyone my language right now. Perhaps one day.
It's fine. I didn't want to
think-
learn it anyway.
I think we're pretty much done here. Is there anything
There's
else,
a lot of
Vickers?
languages.
Vincent?
You know, in Hawaii, they say aloha.
Yes, actually,
And that
our
means hi.
organization needs to make their first
What?
arrest. Sci-fi.
Really,
please
you
give me
don't
your
say.
hands.
Are you an alien
No.
from Hawaii?
What?
You didn't
No,
do
I'm
your,
not from
you didn't do
Hawaii.
your paperwork.
Oh, you don't have.
You said that you were retracting all paperwork against Aegis.
Oh, what?
Oh, that was one of the.
Wait, you're an Aegis?
Yeah.
He is now.
Darn.
Ah.
No, the paperwork.
Speaking of
played
Peter
yourself.
leaving, unfortunately, Mara is no longer a part of Aegis. So, hopefully
Ah.
you're satisfied there.
I'll keep the citations for
that-
Mara then.
Wasn't exactly what I wanted.
Well, it's what you've got now. So,
Hmm.
perhaps that fixes the situation as you saw it.
I think,
She's
yeah.
been making improvements while you've been away, in any case. We all have.
I've actually been talking to Mara quite frequently.
Yeah. You scared her real good. At least the first time.
Oh my. That was the first time. I've
I'm
made
glad
amends.
you were able to be more cordial, I guess. Succeeding talks.
Does anybody else need a cup of water? I need a cup of water. Anybody? Nobody?
I'll take a
I
cup of
don't
water.
drink water.
Okay, you need a cup of water? Cool. Alright.
But I do have a very important question.
Yes, Pumpkinhead.
Vincent, why do you look like a piece of candy?
Why do I look like a piece of candy?
Is it because of the soul meowdies with blinks?
What? Seriously? Okay,
Pretty
well,
much.
I guess it's been hinted at enough. You can tell them I'm gonna go get a cup of water.
That's what the other one said. That's what the other one said.
Ah.
A lot of people apparently have been doing the thing, yeah. I don't know
So what?
the soul meowdy with the merging.
That isn't. Wait, a lot of people have been merging souls?
The Acheron and you.
A lot of people have been messing with souls.
We should all fuse together into one mega person.
That is a terrible idea.
No.
But think of how cool
No,
it would
Oh
look.
my god.
But imagine
That'd be an
how
abomination.
You
you
Oh
would
my
not want
God.
to have my
Ultimate move.
anxiety.
Hybris, can we call this done now?
It is.
This-
It is done as far as I'm concerned. Vincent, if there's anything you would like to talk to me about, just let me know. You'll need to start asking for permission to enter if you're leaving Aegis, but
That's fine. I expected that.
Here's your cup of water.
you as well, Blinks.
That's not water.
At all. This isn't
What did she
water
say?
at all.
Okay.
This
do you
isn't
mean?
water at all.
All right.
I've been tricked.
I guess you could say you've been
Well, we're-
fouled.
My math?
If at some point you two are available, I'd like to talk to you.
You just
I
took
asked
cut her legs.
It looks like now's not the right time.
If you want to speak, it's fine now.
What? What is this? Is this a chicken or turkey or whatever the fuck?
I just
What kind of bird is
Blinks,
this?
please stop making a mess in my home.
Turkey.
What kind of bird is it?
Pumpkin.
Turkey.
Chicken, turkey, duck.
It was nice
Stop
to see
broccoli
you
on the
again.
side, or maybe that's like a
I'm gonna miss
just
you.
like a garnish.
That's
A little bit of collard
Sure,
greens.
garnish.
Yes, hello.
Because I'm gonna go with
They have a very soft voice and they want to.
I heard.
Okay.
It's got your stuff. And my stuff.
Yes.
I know.
I
And the candy rations.
Um,
Yeah.
I heard. I wish you well.
I just kind of want to
Okay.
see
Now
your face if everything's okay.
I'm gonna head off.
If you still consider us all friends.
Laters.
Goodbye, Blink.
Sure.
Well. Another time.
Very well.
You seem to be
But I am.
not ready yet. But later, I'd like to talk to you.
I will only do this one.
Have a good night, May. Yeah, I'm not going to bed. I got a call from my boss.
Hey, you're going to see Sachi, right?
Yes, sir.
Mind if I talk to you before you leave?
Not at all. Let's go.
I was saying a lot of things about
Hmm.
Yes. Some of them were true.
Which ones?
Wait, Vincent, you
Again,
have a
it's
face
Dixie.
underneath your face?
Some sort of
What?
fey god, from what I can
Thank you.
tell.
You have a face underneath your face.
What? I'm not a god. A mask
Was
is
he a powerful
like a
fey?
hat you wear on your face.
I
Oh,
can't really.
I thought that was like your new
My
face.
spirit sight's all kind of crazy now with you. It's like a beacon
Uh,
In
I am a first generation Eladrin pureblood, which has a little bit of extra spice from my family. I have a little bit of,
It kind of defeats the
of
purpose.
OMG.
yeah.
I forgot the spicy bits I put in there.
What's
Yeah.
there?
I don't know.
Did he
Eladrin are converted.
murdering them?
OMG.
I am a first generation.
That means you're. Should be impossible. There's no more of them in like
What's wrong?
millennia. But ah,
Oh, okay.
And then kept coming back to the Purple Lotus for
I hope this
Well-
isn't in poor taste.
Does he?
But the first thing I thought of when you took your mask off is
That's
you look like
Good
you've
to
been
see you.
rolling around in cheetah dust.
For now.
How do you know he hasn't?
That's better than Dreamsicle.
it's weird.
Dream
Do what with a sickle?
A Dreamsicle is an ice cream that is orange on the outside and vanilla on the inside. You got the orange, you got the vanilla.
Maybe I'll have to
I
try
thought you
one
were
of
more
those.
like a gobstopper.
I thought you were
Did they
dreaming
taste
of
good?
gardening. That's weird.
He's got the white on the
I'm
yellow
exploring a lot of
outside.
new tastes.
Excuse me.
Cream, not
It's
dream.
been an
know.
interesting experience. Oh,
I guess you cheated. Barely.
What do you mean I cheat?
I'm not going to comment on it, but
You best not. Come here.
probably.
That's the face I was looking for.
anyways, Pumpkinhead. It's
That's all
good
I
to see
wanted
you
to
again.
see.
I'm glad you're safe.
Is that a real
I was
smile?
really worried about you. We were trying to
Just
mount
gonna pinch his cheek a little bit.
search.
It is.
a
A lot of people were.
suppose. You're gonna have to calm down here. A first generation Eladrin. It's fucking possible. First gen? How in the world? My books. It's gonna be a while. Oh, excuse me. Yep. Sure. It's gonna be one hell of a day. Heck's going on here?
Did I do something?
Now I love you, buddies, and I have to get my stuff so I can go and then have fun.
Go ahead.
I don't know where my
Pumpkin!
stuff is. What?
Candy corn attack!
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Steve Mark.
What's going on?
That's not my name and you know it!
Nah, there's your name. And your name. I don't look at my stuff.
Just people conversating.
Shouting above 40 decibels?
Touch stuff.
Citation.
Your
What?
room.
Since
2
when?
citations. 3 citations.
Oh my god.
The same place it's always been.
At 700,
said
you're gonna get
aloha.
arrested.
I don't know what that means. I think that's
Aloha, huh?
Yeah.
Is that some sort of insult?
Oh my goodness.
Hawaiian.
I came in at the craziest time.
It's an island.
Where? On what planet?
But also a state. This planet. Well, we're not on a planet, but the planet.
I just came by to drop off my armor. I didn't realize it would be in the middle of this hurricane.
Seen worse. No one actually got into a fight, so.
Is that our standard?
No, but everyone always seems to think it will go and turn into a fight, so. At least this proves no, it doesn't always have to end in a fight.
Okay.
It's a good thing. No one's feelings were hurt. Everyone had a conversation. Everyone listened.
Lost my team.
Well,
fucking-
yeah.
What the what? Oh, hey Blinks.
But you're fat.
I guess we're not doing any more missions, huh? Fantastic.
No, not really. Wow,
That's
I didn't like
sarcasm.
those missions anyway. They're all dumb missions. Yeah, dumb.
It's not the point, dumb or not dumb. It's supposed to be generally helping people who needed to be helped and can't help themselves. It's not really.
We just had we had a huge discussion about that. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
either way.
yeah, I
can't,
know.
I can't stay.
Podcast.
I can't stay if I want to. Me and Vincent are kind of like in the same boat.
I'm doing.
All right. Guess you go where he
Yeah,
goes.
shooting.
Need to get. You can't. I can't freaking. You know what? You're grounded.
Again?
But she's already on the ground.
Yeah.
Get grounded for like tonight. Eat some banana bread.
It's okay, I already hid some banana bread for him. It's in his pillowcase again.
Has anyone seen Lich Bane?
Oh yeah, I forgot you.
Who?
Who?
Lich Bane. Out of character. Is he invisible around here?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Uh,
I think he came in when I came in.
Yeah, he's still
He's,
invisible.
he's still on the road.
I don't know.
Oh, Conton, get some
I like
glasses.
overslept for like an hour and came in the middle of crazy.
Okay, let me turn on my nameplate.
You're there when people need it. You know, sometimes that's all you
Oh,
need.
that's a good point.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I see him.
How old are you?
24.
Hmm?
I feel like I need to change clothes really badly.
Okay.
Dear, I'm nearly 40 years old.
Oh, wow.
My days of adventuring and kind of doing this sort of thing are kind of behind me.
Girl, you don't look a day over 22.
And why do people keep saying that? Maybe it's because I have different skin. But,
See, I'm gonna keep doing this until I die.
dear, I want to die peacefully at home.
That sounds boring.
It is, but I like it. Put it to you this way, dear. I've fought through a couple of wars now.
Uh-huh.
I've lost a kingdom, gained a kingdom, helped a bunch of people in a giant floating spaceship. My kids here own it. And the other one knows what she's doing. I can retire. It's no big deal.
I mean, I
Besides,
guess.
I know that you're here. And I know that Prim's here and the rest of the Aegis is here, so I know Hybris is going to be okay.
But you didn't know that I was here until like 5 seconds ago when I told you that I rejoined Aegis.
I turned around in 4 seconds and I heard it's gonna take. You probably should clear your nasal passages. Be honest. A little bit. You ever
I
tried to
can't
do
help
those little
the way I sound.
picking on you. You have to get used to that sort of thing.
Humans. You're welcome. Waste not, want not. I have to tell a fucking shaman to tell people that. Fantastic. Are you here? Or AFK?
I'm here, sorry.
Well, I came in at a pretty crazy opportunity. Just wanted to drop my armor off, and I see Vincent as some sort of borderline supercharged Fey magical entity. And
He looks different, but he's still the same Vincent that he ever was.
sorry to say, I hardly knew Vincent. I mean, he wasn't really around here that much. I mean, I didn't have that much contact, but from what I've seen, that's good to hear.
Jaime.
Am I in the way?
Nah, I'm just trying to make sense of what the hell just happened. But I came in quite late to the conversation.
A whole lot
Conton
happened
went to
today.
visit the dragon.
Dragon?
The dragon. Yes.
That's an interesting article to put in front of Dragon. There's a lot of the Dragon. Which particular the
It's
dragon
probably
is this?
the one we saw with
The one
fire.
that they allowed.
Oh, that thing. I don't think I should probably bother him. He seems kind of upset.
It's not really our decision to make. This is Hybris. It's her home.
No.
They want to allow the thing here. What do we
I don't
have?
mean the dragon. I mean
Hmm?
Kantan. I don't care about the dragon.
Content? What about content?
I don't know if it'd be appropriate for me to go see him. He seems kind of upset. That's what I meant.
I think he needs a moment.
Yeah.
Why?
That's kind of a lot of stuff to learn. I don't know, actually. He seemed really upset. Emotions were all over the place. Very tasty, but unfortunate.
I think I understand.
Enlighten us?
Can't really speak for what Kantan feels, and I don't want to.
Okay.
He's...
It's fine. You don't have to share anything. No, don't come.
Just don't want to make assumptions.
It's fine.
Yeah, those tend to make trouble, don't they?
Also, I noticed.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, a lot of accusations being thrown around. I'm not exactly sure how this Vincent got this much information on us doing what we did, but considering it wasn't really around here, but
well,
I don't think we're that
you
bad.
mentioned this earlier.
Are we?
or not. I mean, you're asking someone's ethical opinion who gleefully admitted to stealing another person's soul to force them to make a deal. So, I don't know if I'm going to take ethics lessons from such a person.
Put someone in a lose-lose situation. I mean, when you have somebody's soul, you pretty much could have them do anything. So it's like,
You own them.
all right,
It's a terrible thing.
seems legit.
But again, I'm not making a
It
judgment.
could be argued both sides are wrong.
Yeah.
But
I
the
don't have a
bottom line
problem.
is that there was wrong that was done and continues to be done
Yeah, I mean, I don't
in
really
the
want
name
to.
of something greater.
The thing is, with me, shit happens. People got to do what they got to do to survive. I think killing is wrong, of course, but like it all comes down to the situation. Do we have time to do this or that? Are people's lives at
You
stake?
always have time to spare a life.
Of course, I'm
honestly.
I'm not arguing to kill somebody or that, but in my time here, I had to do a lot of things. Haven't killed anybody. Sure, I've done hurt somebody, did necessary violence, but Vincent is right on that. But I'm just saying, we can't just keep throwing, hey, it should have been done this way. Hey, this way would have been easier and better, but just when it comes down to it.
Hi, Contact. Hi, Mari. Welcome.
Oh, welcome. You don't have to.
I try not to just
kill anyone.
I try not to justify that kind of thing. If you're gonna do it, admit to it. Own up to the wrongness of it.
You spoke with the dragon.
Hello.
I suggest you doing the same.
Hmm?
Huh?
There's a dragon that came kind of wandered out. One of the ones that attacked somebody. I think Brem went to deal with it.
Yeah, I saw her talking to the
Did it
dragon.
help you?
Hmm.
No room.
It didn't get rid of my death, but yeah, I guess.
You dead?
Oh yeah, Content died. He's back now. It's better.
It's part of the problem.
What's that?
I said I was part of the problem.
That was kind of a big deal. I mean,
yeah, but he's back now.
I'm not gonna ask how, but it'll probably take too much time.
We went to hell and
When
got
a
him.
devil dies in a material plane, they are sent back to hell. A part of my soul was destroyed. One of my sins were removed.
I know that, but
And until all of my sins are removed, I will officially die.
I didn't know
He's
they
like a
could
cat.
come. I'm a cat, so that's okay.
He's like a better cat.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a worse cat.
Do you mind hearing a little bit if I were to borrow you, rest of Squad 1 for a moment?
I'll go get Bren.
I can find out, Karan.
Excuse me.
Oh, I guess everyone's going again.
Oh, here's the dragon
Oh,
thing.
look, a dragon.
Yep.
Oh, it's on fire. That's okay. He's not supposed to do that. He's a tame dragon now. Let's go see. What do you say we go stick our noses in something that's not our business?
May,
love
can I
this
have a
game.
real talk with you?
That's why I'm a bartender.
It's like I'm supposed to be a druid, but like I'm not even supposed to be here, right? Like this is
that?
how I'm supposed to be in the forest and the caves with the other druids, but I really stuck my neck out to be in an organization to help.
You already broke the rules. Why not break some more?
I don't think you know how this works with my power, but I'm already starting to lose it. But we'll see how far.
You know, being a demon, there was a lot that I did that was terrible and evil. I killed people after all. Many.
But it's not the
The
same.
way it
It's
is
almost
the same.
your nature, sort of ish. It's
It's all in all of our natures to seek freedom.
no, this is like literally like nature. Supposed to be doing what they say. I've already been told that My friends and family don't matter. It's all nature. But
Noru.
I can't. That's not what I am.
Exactly. That's what I mean. You don't have to defend yourself. That you decided that you have a different path. That's what I mean.
Even though
Instead,
I've been,
what you
even,
do.
even though the path has been chosen for me, even though I don't even technically have my own path.
You do.
It's like, okay, you have a path, right? And nature just like, eat. This is what you are.
Well,
I'm like, I didn't.
I think I assumed that at one point I had a destiny before I was cursed. I don't know anything of it. All of my memories were taken from me, of course. That's how I know that you can be forgiven. That you have to forgive yourself. Then what you do is you decide who you want to be after that. Do you want to be good as you see it? In my case, I like caring for people. Or do you want to be evil? Or do you want to hate yourself? And regret everything you've done? I don't like regret.
Thank you.
Might have been all of it at once. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. That's how it works. It's never an easy answer. If it was easy, everyone would do it, right?
As I said before,
forgive herself
oh,
for abandoning her brother.
I didn't always use my magic for good, as I said. It's only when you met me I just started to go on the right path. Ish.
Well, that's who I know. I know a good, kind, sweetheart. And kind of cast your seed. I know you're a good person. Because you do it by demonstrating it. You defend others. You help those who are hurt. You try not to do evil. You believe that you are doing good.
Yeah.
And you help others. I think I mentioned that one twice, but it's that important. That's how I know. No matter what path we were chosen, or was given to us, matters is what we do. That's the point I was trying to make to Vincent, who was so busy telling everybody all the wonderful ways he was going to fix things.
One person
How
against
wrong
the
everyone else.
entire universe.
That's not one person. You saw all the ones who were with him.
Who is with him? I'm guessing Andraste, who's standing behind him and blinks.
And, he's been speaking to people behind each other's back.
Didn't speak to me. He assumed I was a part of the murder group or something.
I think... I don't know how he made his selection. I don't know what in the world Mara's doing. He's walking sideways for some reason. And off the ladder. Mara, are you okay?
What's going on? What's going on? Oh, what's going on?
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I was just wondering if you were okay. You were kind of... Okay. All right.
Trying to figure out. I know I've done some shit, but what
Mara... What the...
I'm gonna head up. I'm gonna go see Vincent some more.
Yeah, I need to
think
talk.
him and I need to have a talk.
Yeah, I need to talk to my former team leader, who's here for 5 minutes.
Good luck.
Nice to see you around here again, Andy.
Yeah, she gives you a sandwich like whenever you come and visit.
Hello, Dad. Hello, Ethereal. Why are you over there?
Is that Sachi?
Keep in contact, okay?
Oh, you're part of this family. Come on over.
I know.
Andy sounds sad.
I'm always sad.
Don't get sad. Get glad.
I don't know. I like being sad. It helps you feel better sometimes.
Yeah, I, it's nice to be out and about again.
Yeah.
Being sick and in one place for so long, it gets really boring.
Tiresome.
Yeah.
You kind of feel used.
Yeah. I'm just really happy I can be out and about again.
Me too. I'm happy you can be out and about.
Oh, that might come to a close.
Oops.
I'm experiencing the opposite. I suppose. Not too long being out and about.
Opposite ends of the spectrum, having the same problem. I can understand that.
God.
What?
What?
Oh dear. That sort of reaction never bodes well. My arm.
No, it never does.
Hmm.
I'm tired.
What was that?
I'm tired of the amount of things, the amount of problems.
A little different. That was someone that was your beloved.
I don't know. Just more tired. I just want things to go. But I don't have the energy to keep up with this.
About as good as I can be.
You can see if you look close enough, there's a subtle hint of dark shadows under her eyes.
Tauntaun, is everything alright?
That I came back from that torture, I stared at one of those
I will say I honestly somewhat understand that. To the point where I didn't want to live anymore. Because there were constantly problems, there were never solutions, there was always fighting.
This is my home.
It was heartbreaking.
And there is family here.
To do it by yourself, anyway. Some people might have the answers and the energy, the solutions to help you out. I'm not saying that is the solution to yours, but it was to mine.
What do you need us
How I
for?
found out was having to actually accept help from others and having to actually listen.
I'm just waiting for a couple of.
Not just say you did listen and not think about it. I had to ponder for a really long time, actually, and question what they were trying to tell me, which was
I like how that's your
it's okay
thought
to ask
because
for
I was
help.
needing this. I was actually going to speak to someone in there in a moment. Well,
It's okay to just
if they were available. But I can do it after your big talk.
feel the way you do.
The tiniest growth is still growth. You have been improving a lot. And you have.
I guess what I'm trying to say is don't feel alone. Because we're here. We may not know how to fix it, but we can help you figure it out. We'll try. We'll make that effort.
Don't be too hard on yourself. Be not hard.
Just like you made an effort to help your friend. We'll make an effort to help you too.
She smiles and just sort of like wipes a tear that's coming up on her face. Thank you.
Thank you.
I heard you're up for this.
For all that you do.
But you almost hurt Brim and Nora. And they arguably didn't hurt anyone.
No.
And if what Leaf said is accurate and that I am part Fae,
You have any more?
then maybe I'll have to get some pointers from you on how to deal with it.
I'm learning too, so we can learn together, which would be just as comfortable. Hi, Sachi.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't either.
Excuse me.
Just waiting for people's conversations to be over.
I'm walking around.
No, you just gonna walk around?
Yeah. I need information. I don't really care for people's opinions about me too much. If they want to say something, they can say something. Nice thing. I'm not gonna approach. That I can do things better.
I understand that.
If I don't, you remember the.
Yeah, what's up?
Depending on how bad it's gotten since.
Where did Theriel go? I was like, he disappeared. Oh, he's just kind of standing behind the pillar. Well, Fae are generally pretty emotional, so that's all I really know. My magic books don't tell me too much. They're very mysterious, but
If I don't have all the information, I can't make the correct choices.
yeah.
I'm not exactly worried about that.
Sorry, I'm like a new shaman.
I want to make the right decisions.
That's fine. You'd think being 400 plus years old, I would have figured out exactly what the hell I'm doing. But I'm just
going to be bold, brash, and stupid and present whatever information I have.
still learning as I go.
Different paces. And take different paths, but
I almost feel like I'm doing steps that are backwards, but I had to learn along the way.
I think the childhood trauma of losing my family might have something to do with that, but I'm not better.
I'm sorry.
I'm still wondering why nature chose me to grant them its power to me. It's not like I really ever cared about magic or nature all that much, but yeah. I try my best when I've been put in the position I am.
I'm sorry as well. I should have been better.
That's all us mortals can do. Like my mortal, like not the non-material plane style. Yeah. No offense. I'm just an echo. Like, I'm not inherently magical. Before this, all this nature, I was a nobody. Oh, sorry. Listening in on them.
I can't really hear anything from here. I wouldn't listen to them from here anyways, even though I could hear. I would
I'm not
go
really
up
paying
and be
attention.
I would go up and be a part of the group. I don't really like eavesdropping, even though it tends to be easier with these ears.
Waiting on my turn to talk.
Think before you act. Otherwise, I will say that you are like him.
Intend
Just promise.
Hey, Contam.
Mara
Maybe
wanted
not
to
a
talk
good
with
time.
the squad. I'm sure you're aware.
I was just waiting on you guys.
Oh, who's a part of that?
And Kanton,
Naru, Ethereal, Kanton.
when you got a moment, I'd
Brim?
actually like to talk to you.
Hmm.
I'm
Are
aware.
you talking about Team 1?
I mean, we can, since we're all supposed to be gathering with Mara, we can do it after.
I find it funny how much that Leaf looks like Brim's opposite now. The skin colors and clothing colors. Warm and cool.
And also, it almost maybe put into perspective on how different people really are now compared to when we started. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's for the better or for the worse, or that's just life. People and things change. Still trying to learn.
I did that for Sashi as well. I saw faults, but I didn't want to believe it. That's my fault.
No one's perfect.
I mean, like, physically and mentally and perspectives and just. Yeah.
Feel free to stay as long as you want, but in the future, you'll need to request access.
The hell am I gonna do? Squad's been like split in half. Oh boy.
I'm wondering that too, because out of the original 5 of my squad, only 3 are left.
So I think Sock is still missing from that one incident. I need to ask Hybris on that.
I don't exactly let Federation troops walk around in here freely. They have to ask for permission too. There was actually, if you have a warrant for me, then you may barge in. Hopefully I never give you a reason to find one.
I'm not sure how much longer I can wait.
Well, then no. Let's go over there. I'll be there like, hey, Andy needs to talk.
I think that's a bad idea. I learned that last time when I was like, "Excuse me," and then that was no, thank you. Not handling that again.
Alright.
I'm sure the conversation that they're having is important.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak to Leaf as well, but I wasn't sure if it was important enough to interrupt him.
I don't care about the carrot. I want to talk to Hybris.
Oh, she's
I wonder if he heard that.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Did I miss a good joke?
Yeah, I was
something like that.
Something looks like a.
Is it about me?
Yeah, I
Thing.
called you a carrot. I was saying I was waiting patiently for my turn to talk to Hybris, and she was saying she was waiting patiently to talk to you, and I said, I don't care about the carrot, I want to talk to Hybris.
Oh, gee, okay, I see how it is. Fine.
Actually,
I love you, though.
I love you too.
as a note, I spoke with Kralik. He's aware of what was wrong. Please be careful with those. These eyes!
Oh boy.
He pulls out a bag of marshmallows.
Are we really going
That
there?
feels really tingly, Vincent.
Well,
Yeah, I thought you weren't supposed to
until
touch
you learn to
those.
be better.
Okay.
I'm not touching him. The marshmallows are. And besides, she is. Well, she almost killed me with these, so I think I have the right.
Where did you
I
get
know.
the marshmallows from?
I
You just keep them on
really
you?
like them now. Just like them. I'm more hungry than I used to be.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
To create
eat all the
s'mores.
dang banana bread every time I
I
make
have a
it.
small flame on my thumb. We can do that.
I
Oh,
finally
boy.
had the opportunity to actually taste the ice cream.
Mm-mm.
Did you like it?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind that yet.
I don't know if you heard it, but I'm not an Aegis anymore, so,
Yeah.
Oh, probably for... You're gonna need a new leader. And Blinks is gone too, so you're down to yourself and Sock. I don't know how that's gonna go.
I don't think Sock is even around.
probably
He
gonna get
kind
more
of
people.
ran away that one day.
Well,
He's still here?
He's
Sock is
around.
What the hell? What?
He's definitely
You
been
just haven't
around.
seen him.
Okay.
You
I've
just
actually seen him more
haven't
than
really
you.
run into him, I guess. I'm sorry.
Oh,
He's
okay,
definitely active. I was just talking to him the other day. Oh!
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
It
Okay.
keeps coming
Everyone's
dangerously
probably okay
close. I'm
that
just
the
going to
marshmallows are there,
stand.
huh? Yeah,
2 out of 4 ain't so
Yes.
bad.
Yes, I'm sure the
Saves people's
marshmallow
lives.
will stop my eye. Anyways, Andraste, I needed to talk to you if you have a second.
I do. Where would you like to speak?
Anywhere's fine. Just
Okay.
privately for a moment.
Of course.
I need your help with something.
Of course. Bye, Carrot.
I forgot who you wanted to talk to.
Bye, seaweed.
Seaweed, huh? It's more like an ocean, so. Oh, the hair, of course. Huh.
Sorry, what?
It's just Crystal, Lady Crystal. I forgot who you wanted to talk.
Just Crystal.
Oh, of course. My apologies.
I think that was me.
It wasn't really for anything big. I didn't want to interrupt your conversations.
Right now I'm just going around being cordial. Ooh, the scary conversation's happening over there.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
The one that could get me killed.
Looks like Sachi, from what I can see.
Mm.
I'm so glad.
Oh, did you not hear that? Did you not hear that part, Adam?
I came in right when you said you were leaving.
Okay.
Just wanted to drop off.
Sachi is responsible for the death of an Aegis member, the manipulation and corruption of
Oh,
various
I know
other
that
Aegis
first
members.
part, but
So essentially, he's likely being informed that I opened my mouth on the subject. So, I'll see if I die, and if I die, it's his fault.
oh no, I'm not gonna let that happen.
I won't either, but if it does, just know that. Either him or the Yakuza. One or the other.
The Yakuza, oh, okay, kind of a lot going on, huh?
There's a lot of stuff that I had to, a lot of information that I had to sit on because I didn't think that I could release it without, to be blunt, people actually believing me.
That is a factor sometimes, yes.
I still don't even physically have evidence. The only reason why I spoke up is because Hybris believed someone else. And so I was like, oh, perfect. Everyone else needs to know this because they do.
I see. Also, I think you can
I've seen you, by the
fly.
way.
Sorry, that's like kind of off the subject. It's kind of arcane-y, but oh well.
Actually, it's not arcane at all. More on the nature side.
I can't fly.
You're a shaman. I'm practically a wizard, druid, and a cleric all mixed up into one.
Oh no, no, I can't fly. Oh.
I'm sure you could learn it. particularly with some sort of alter self spell.
Of course. Hmm.
You grow wings and fly that way.
I know. Yeah. Actually, I usually use a hex for that, but I want to fundamentally change myself. Yeah.
Hmm?
I can use hexes. Magical tricks from
What
witches.
kind of hexes? Yeah?
Ones that make me grow wings, and one that what was the second? Creates like spider string. I used it on Blinks once
Oh,
when I
web?
first. Oh yes. Well, not really web.
Oh no, poor Blinks.
It's like the web spell, but like more weaker. I didn't learn much about hexes. Oh well.
I'm sure you'll have more time to learn. By the way, the reason why I was startled by the armor before is because it's actually pretty nice.
Oh, thanks.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Leaf is it now?
It is Leaf now, yes.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
I suppose.
Oh. I know what was said at some points, and granted, I don't. What I'm trying to think is saying is, I agree. Killing's wrong. Hurting things is wrong. That's the foundation that when we were in Aegis, that's the thing I never wanted to do.
I don't know if I can believe that, Sachi.
I know. Listen, like I said, I agree. I agree what you're saying. The actions I did were wrong. Did I feel bad about it? Of course I did. Did I feel guilty about it? Of course I did. There was a lot of things going on during that time. Doesn't justify it though. Do you think I like thinking myself as a monster? Like the Dawn?
Oh boy, some season 4 shit up in here.
Forgive my crassness. You run a mafia, Sachi.
I don't.
You knew what you were.
Okay, let's.
I run a casino.
That has a mafia in it.
Not really.
You kidnap people, you torture them, you collect information. I have heard people call your group of people a mafia to my face.
Okay.
Regardless, it's kind of like the same thing in any kind of organization, to be honest.
Okay.
You grab someone, you interrogate them for information. It's the same shit, just different wordplay.
I think we're just going in circles here. I'm sorry. You don't call it a mafia.
It doesn't matter.
You call it a mafia. It's like, I don't know. Like, it's just going in circles. I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. I'm just saying, I agree to a lot of terms that you've been trying to say. So the one thing I don't agree is me using the name family, the word family, as a tactician, as like a brainwashing way to brainwash people.
Unfortunately, the facts say otherwise. If it really was a family thing, he would have not stooped to murder. Doesn't matter what was going on. And by the way, threatening people within that family as well, and their
Who did I
friends.
threaten?
Gareth, Kanton.
I never threatened Kanton.
I was told differently.
Who told you?
You should talk to Kanton.
Oh my god. Literally, we told him, like, listen, if you want, like, we, oh my god. We would
There
never.
was also the torturing issue with Lichbane.
Yes, but we told him that, like, then I realized that it was way too much for him. I told him, you can leave. Nothing's gonna happen to him.
That is definitely not the impression you left.
God fucking damn it, Kanton.
I'm going to be honest, if I was in that circumstance, I probably would have thought the same thing. You probably should have rectified what you said earlier, instead of saying, oh, you can leave, which was an implication of, hey, I'm going to kill you if you leave.
No, why
Considering the prior
are you that
conversation leading into the next?
Are you that paranoid about everything?
Me? Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm mostly just
You need to
reflecting
take
what
some
Kanton-
medication. Like, Jesus Christ.
All right. I want you to know this much. I am only extrapolating how Kanton felt. You can yell at me all you want.
I'm not yelling at you. It's just that just silly at this point. Right? The only person that justifies any kind of action is Gareth.
I disagree. Lichbane is still a heinous act. You didn't just interrogate him, you tortured him, and you held him captive. I don't even know where the hell he is.
He's fine. I can let you know that. He's doesn't matter at this point. But like I said, I don't know why you don't disagree that the justification of anything leads to Gareth, because it's Gareth that has to deal with it.
I do not agree with that either. You killed a member of Aegis. You tried to cover it up, and now Ion suffers because of it. And many others. You caused harm to the family. That brings suffering for everybody. You alienated the trust. You made people fear for their lives. You made people not feel welcome here. You made this place not feel like a just place. It is
I
not
think
just
the only
Gareth who
person
has
that
to
didn't
answer
felt
that.
welcome was you, Vincent.
That is not true.
Like I said, you were the one that was paranoid. Where have you been then? You don't have to tell
That is
me.
not a suitable thing to ask in terms of if I was the only one. To be blunt, all the information that I received was told by other people. I'm just one of the few people actually doing something about it.
And doing something about it, coming out of the woodworks. If you wanted to do something about it, you should have been there from the get-go.
I have no reason to answer any further, Sop. You are trying to deflect your blame onto me.
Not really. Like I said, when I came to you, I said, I agree with you.
go to jail.
Stop being an idiot.
Hmm?
Broke the law.
Yeah. Do you think I feel like shit about it? Do you think I feel guilty about it? Do you think I feel like a monster?
Just feeling bad is not enough. I'm not saying that you don't feel bad. I'm not saying that you don't regret it. I am simply saying that you have caused a rift.
Yeah, and guess what? Garrus is alive.
That isn't the point.
Considering the circumstances, Vincent, I think it should be up to Gareth what happens with Sachi.
It is not just. Well, I'm not an Aegis anymore, so I don't necessarily get that say. But as someone who was
It
an
makes the
Aegis,
most sense to me. He was the one who was killed.
a person who was threatened for his life, a friend for his friends' lives, who's absolutely been silenced to perfection, would not have the means to answer clearly. And it is not just a crime onto Gareth, it is a crime onto all of Aegis and all of the family. It is not just for Gareth to answer. Especially considering that it led to Ion suffering.
And Sachi is going to be helping Ion. He understands what he's done. He's going to be helping Ion get out of the situation that he's in.
What do you think I did when he wasn't there? I was giving him tips how to prove for the Yakuza not to do anything worse than that.
He vouched for him, as did I.
We are talking about that specific night. He shouldn't have had to go to the Yakuza at all.
No, we shouldn't have.
A simple vouching, while nice, does not erase the blood shed. Not just for Gareth, but everything else too.
Well, from my understanding, me and Gareth have been talking. And he told Ion not to do it. Ion knew the consequences.
That doesn't mean anything in this.
Doesn't matter. Right now, I'm gonna help Ion no matter what. And for the most part, I really don't care what you have to say about me.
That's fine.
But also, there's no place for you to judge.
We'll see about that.
What are you gonna do? Hmm?
That is not something for me to disclose at this time.
Like I said,
But I will
it's
say this.
not your
There should be
place.
justice made.
Alright, hostility.
A murder happened.
Everyone calm.
There will be.
I should leave. For the record, if for whatever reason I perish, it was him. Or the Yakuza, one or the other. I have to say it. And also for the record.
I mean, that's a pretty harsh statement to make, but okay.
Hey, he killed someone else for sharing information. Who knows?
Either way, it was good seeing all of you. Well, most of you. By the way, good luck, Kata. I really do wish the best. Sorry I haven't been there. I feel bad as a team leader. I should have communicated. I didn't know I was going to be literally unconscious for over a month, but I should have communicated.
Would have been nice to know that you were going to be unconscious for a month at the very least.
I didn't know it was going to happen. I was just picked up and said, okay, drink this, and then I was out. For all I knew, it was just his morning smoothie, but instead, out I was.
Who did that?
Hmm?
Thanks. It was a part of the transformation.
Son of a gun, of course.
Of course it was Blinks.
Don't blame him. He's enough. He's annoyed by that as is. He helped me. He probably didn't even realize it was going to last that long either. But that...
No, but throwing caution to the wind
Yeah.
isn't exactly a great plan either, especially when someone's existence lies on the very line of it.
Well,
Yeah.
well, the intentions
I
were
don't... Yeah.
good. Hmm.
I should probably go.
Take care.
Right.
As you.
Perhaps once I finally get back to being myself, I'll be able to come and say hello.
Well, hopefully I'll visit you before then. Assuming it doesn't cause...
I'm hoping that perhaps I can take care of that sooner, but I'm still not entirely sure how long this is going to take.
Hopefully not that long. For your sake.
Yeah.
Evan. I'll be off. It was good seeing all of you.
And you.
Yeah.
I need to go check on more people.
This conversation has given me enough of a headache.
Still don't
And I
understand.
need to,
Go on.
yeah. And I need to go back home and I need to inform Kralik because he was too wrapped up in his work to make it. So I need to tell him and have the time to tell him what happened without him making assumptions.
I see. Well, okay. And, take care.
You as well. Oh.
Oh, careful. I don't know why I'm not on your friends list. Well, looks like there's another chapter for Kata's life. How to unfuck his team. Who else is here? This is so bad. Everyone's falling apart. Everyone. Just wanting to do missions and stuff. Who'd have thought? Remembering how everyone in the past used to laugh. Have a good time. It is everyone.
New face, who this?
Oh boy.
Apollo.
Well, you know, I have
It's
been.
Apollo. It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about boobs. Welcome.
You're talking.
Certainly quite a boob.
Did you want to have our talk?
No, who would what now?
Say what?
Yeah. We can have
Anyway,
it here
the
in just a
answer is
moment.
yes. Please do. I have to see that.
You can do it
All right,
after
then.
all the talking in here is done.
Yes.
Okay,
once
what else
the
did you have to
whole
talk
si-
about?
That was just about it. Is that if anybody had any quabbles with me, clear them now.
No, it seems like it's a team thing. Sachi and I was like, what's everyone doing? What's everyone doing? What is everybody doing? I have no idea. Okay, let's see. Hmm.
Already looked in there.
Oh.
Oh.
Ask Kato up, or she might be in one
Do
of
you
the
still have the rain
living
shaker I
rooms.
gave you?
Come with me.
Wait,
I
ask
can
me
help
what?
you find her. You said you
Wait,
needed
you
to
need-
still talk to them, right?
All of you.
You needed.
No.
What?
That was like half an hour
I
ago.
will come find you. I will come find you afterwards, and you can talk to me personally. Okay?
It's a group talk.
I will find her by myself. It's completely fine.
I'll have
It's
my
not
talk
that
with
big.
Kantan then first.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna do.
It was one that I could kind of have in front of all of you, but
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
I guess I'll be heading
He
to the
pulls out a piece
tavern.
of paper and he writes. It's an infernal, so probably only you can read it. It says, do you want the music box back? It's in the secret storage. I'll be right back.
Bye. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Interesting.
We could have a minute, Kata.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that. Yeah. What's that? What are you doing?
No? If it was that short thing wearing the hood, then yes.
Yeah, I just saw something.
That sounds like Radler.
Yeah, I saw something with the hood.
Iris,
Yes.
Honey, Sachi,
What?
get sassy with me. Don't get sassy with me.
Fantastic. Chapter 2 Pembroke Tavern. Just saying. Time to get some nice no copyright music. Oh, wait.
Spiritual, you know, when it comes to the certain different faiths, you kind of have to wing it a little. You need to see what that type of faith wants. Not every faith wants the exact same thing.
Ugh.
Well, generally, I found that it's good to give something that's of value to them, as best you can understand, and what you can glean from them. I haven't seen that sentimental items are too valuable, but like we discussed before, planting a plant, or for a lot of the
the brooch here, right on my chest here. It is made of a very rare material, but
the material, maybe.
But here's another thing I have to point out.
It's a lot.
The trickster part falls onto us as well. You can't trickster a trickster. You need to know how to bargain. That's all. Sell yourself. Sell whatever you want to gift. Don't really make up. Be careful
Within
with your
reason.
words. Don't tell someone this is a magical stone and it's just a shiny stone. But if you say it's a special stone, it is special because it's shiny.
True.
Be careful with your words when you're doing deals and offerings.
I feel like that would fool Blinks.
To be fair, you're not wrong there.
I think perhaps smaller faith spirits are more inclined to just take something shiny.
Either something shiny, it wouldn't surprise me, but they're also the junglings. Usually. Not every time. Usually. And they like, for example, they like things they never have seen. Say, for example, go to the Feywild. There is not that much things there. But what do we have in our plane that they don't have, for example? Think like that.
Mm-hmm. As long
Something
as it's
that
not
doesn't...
offensive, like something made of wood.
For example, and something that would not hurt nature itself.
Mm.
To be fair, this is the last. This is made of rare material, and it's last thing I have of my mother. If anything, I think I should let go of the past and offer it.
I haven't had
Talk about
exceptional
offerings.
amounts of interactions with the Fae, but the ones that
Oh,
I've
man.
met, I don't think would care too much about the sentimental aspect of it.
Well, frankly, just have items prepared. That's all I can say. And shinies are a good example.
Mm-hmm.
Flower, like if you're in the actual Feywild, bring something that you know is unique from our plane when it comes to the growing life. Don't just come with any flower or any seed. Come with something that we know is unique and special and pretty here. And then you need to make the bargain and make it out and sell yourself basically and tell them why this is so special.
See? I'll try to expand my list of items that I keep, just in case I encounter a Fae spirit.
Another thing I know for a fact that Faes also love is the fact they want to make contracts one way or another. They are really no difference from devils in that sense. They love to put curses when they don't get their way or someone is sheeping on them. However, when they're trying to make a deal with them, oh, they're all up for it, but they always are gonna try one way or another, either get something that's valuable to you or you yourself. Always.
Yes. You do not want to offer you yourself. That is bad.
It's bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kata.
He knows what he did.
Well, I was there.
I see your arm is back.
Robot arm.
Oh, I see. Seems like a lot of people have those lately. Ion, Sachi.
And there is something I can tell you that the Fae don't like. Metal. Industrial.
But they like shinies in the form of small pieces of metal.
Yeah, and when they found out how much it pollutes the nature,
Oh, that's fair. That would be something to not mention.
This is my tip for you. I know you're with Ion a lot. Make sure that no one explains or how technology and that works for some Fae creature. If they find out, they're either gonna get curious or gonna get the opposite effect. That is something that should not be at Feywild. That is something that will pollute, something that will destroy. That could come up into their mind. It could be counted as a threat just by stepping in, technically.
I see.
But if they find out.
I worry about Ion encountering the Feywilds again. The first time, I don't think he knew how to handle himself. I'll have to let him know next time I see him.
Oh boy,
I tried to talk to him at the time about what I knew.
What did he do?
We were in Briar's Woods, and I tried to be very respectful, and he approached us. But Ion was very defensive. He kind of took a few steps back and said, whoa, 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 don't come any closer, and things like that in a very semi-hostile tone. And considering it was his woods, I got very frightened because eventually I noticed him backing up. when they lost attention on him, and Andy and Ion started having a discussion among themselves. I kept my eyes on Briar, and he started walking back and circling around while the others were distracted, and eventually he started taking hostile action. I think they should have kept their attention on him, made him feel very
They should.
welcome.
See, when it comes to fake creatures, yes, always be on your guard, but you can't handle things there like you handle things in this plane. Absolutely not. Remember, that's their territory. It's their powers and their words in the end.
And
It doesn't matter what you say.
He agreed to give a tree for materials for something that Andy was building. They needed some of the wood from some of the trees, and they were going to uproot the tree. They were using Reed's geomancy to remove it from the ground, and I think it offended them.
You don't say.
Well, you didn't ask
Oh,
for
wait.
permission.
Oh.
They did, and he said it was okay, but I think the methodology, well, they weren't chopping it down, but at least Reed was trying to uproot it with geomancy. And eventually he did give away a tree after he took hostile action against us to Andy. He seemed more accepting of Andy since she was part Fae. And eventually he did hand over the tree. And they planted it in Blinks' forest, I think. It was hard to get through a portal. It was kind of big. Usually bigger than you'd normally uproot a tree at. Still manageable, though.
So what did he ask for return?
I do not know. I'd have to ask Andy. They had more conversation after we were forced to flee.
Just get up a real Fae tree that's still alive and let it be allowed to plant it in our plant.
Don't ever leave a blank check.
There
is something.
They seemed very fascinated with Andy. I think they knew a member of her family. I think they were more receptive to do so. It might have just been a gift out of respect for the family that they once knew of Andy's.
Maybe. But yeah, I would say that's an open blanket right there, definitely. But that's between Andy and this Brian.
I told Andy not to be alone for a while because they seemed slightly obsessive about her. I was worried that they'd try to keep tabs on her or approach her later. He was almost bleeding magic into the air. I don't know much about magic, but I could tell he was very powerful.
Well, I can tell you this then. If you really need to travel to the Feywild again, don't hesitate to ask me to tag along at least once.
Alright. I appreciate it. I'll probably make a trip at some point. Maybe try to find that portal that you were talking about, Quill, and try to plant that seed.
See, I know some things about Fae, and if I may have to guess, Blinks has a portal to the Feywild now.
Oh, I could ask him.
It's Blinks, of course he does.
Well, not only Blinks, but the fact is, a fake creature's tree just got planted in our plane. That's a connection between the planes.
I guess then he may have a way to. If he doesn't have a portal himself, he'll have a way to get in there.
The way that I got there originally was a fake spirit guided us and opened a portal in a tree. I thought it just led to another section of the forest, but to my surprise, we actually went all the way to the Feywilds.
Well, if you need to get to the Feywild, but you don't know how to travel there, I know you've been there once, but I don't know how your part those work. But for me, have I been there once, I can go back there. That's how I.
Same. If I remember having been there, I can go there again. I can go back to that same spot, but like I said, it belongs to Briar, and we've had hostile interactions in the past, so I'm hesitant to go to that specific part of the Feywild.
Hence, you probably should follow me.
Of course.
Because I've been to the Feywilds more than once. But
If you
I've
know
had
of a
other
safer
businesses
place.
there.
I intend to go there at some point to plant the seed.
At least I would imagine.
Well then. Hey, that was some, well, more than basic knowledge. Any more questions?
I think that sated a lot of my curiosity. Does anybody else have any questions?
Not really.
For higher level spirits, say on the deity level as we've interacted with, what sort of offerings do they typically like? I wouldn't imagine simple gems would suffice a lot of the time.
Well, that depends. For example, if you're gonna make a trade with them for something, you need to trade something in equal value in their eyes.
See. What would a deity want for?
Oh, what is very common. They would always like to have a new follower. Always.
I see.
However, if you know you can't bargain, like giving something away. For example, I know for a fact some spirits loves actual spirits as well. Spirits that wants another spirit. Sometimes it happens. Others, very rare material or unique creatures.
I see.
They don't see it. Some of them don't see us really as beings. We are just tools of this world, so in their eyes, some of them.
I actually had another interaction with a Fey deity, one that had given Reed's entire family. Well, never mind, I can't go into the details. I don't think. It's more private. But at least, whenever I interacted with them, I didn't ask for anything. I just offered a bag of gemstones, and left with the hope that they be merciful. Rather than specifically asking for anything, and went along my way.
And do remember, always have a limit on how much you offer. Because you never know when you need to offer again. Alright?
Yes. I used up all of my offerings that I collect just for that purpose, because I figured couldn't just give one to a deity. And I didn't know that they'd even appreciate it in the first place, which is why I didn't ask for anything for it. I just hoped that they be merciful. And mentioned as much.
Right then.
Oh, is that Morrigan?
Hello, dear.
Hello, Morrigan.
How do you do?
Oh, I'm fine. I actually think we were just about to end the face seminar. Unless you had any more you wish to say.
All I can say is never steal something from the Fae. Never. Because the same second you go back to the Fae, they will know it.
Actually,
they will hunt you.
can you?
I see.
Hmm.
Oh, you're leaving already? Can I ask something before you go?
Only if you wanted a very delayed response.
Oh, if I can meet up with you in the future, do you think I could purchase more health
I
potions?
actually need to go. I'm
Like the
lagging
one
like a
before?
bitch. Yeah.
Alright,
Hmm.
Yes, of course. Take care.
goodbye.
Alright. But I give that warning. Because you three have learned just not go and take something. Without asking.
Yes, always ask permission. Never simply take.
Agree.
That's how you get cursed. What do you propose to be done if you try to communicate, but they take hostile action?
Sadly, they have made a decision, and when a Fae is ready to protect, they are ready to protect. So,
I see. Is
I
it
think
best
at
just
that
to
point,
flee?
You have 2 points, two ways. Either you attack back and put them down on the ground and hold them and try to communicate them.
That's
or
how I
flee.
got. Well, I guess if we subdue them, rather than. Oh, that's how we ran into the trouble before with the elemental, because we couldn't communicate with them, and when we defended ourselves, they were destroyed.
I'm better now.
And that's how we got cursed. I was wondering if, in future situations, if we should simply flee.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You need to have someone that can communicate with Fae as well. Not everyone can communicate with the trees and nature itself, for example. Not everyone can talk with spirits and souls. I happen to be one of them that can do that. But that's also because I am partially Fae.
Hmm.
See, but if they're not communicative, even so. Say we were on sacred land, and they simply saw that and did not wish to speak.
Well, that depends on your goal. If you're not there to gather anything, hurt anything, something like that, just leave. That would be my suggestion. If there is no harm by letting that creature being alive, then let it be alive. By killing it, you just risk getting yourself cursed, or getting
See.
more enemies on your back. Faes work together. There is a big connection. Like the wood we're standing on. It's from a tree, but many people think the tree itself is dead. But you'll be wrong. There's still insects, bugs between planks. Still are carriers and messages. The nature itself. And the soil underneath as well is still connected to the earth we're standing on.
I see.
So, if you really need to kill, be prepared and understand that there might be consequences, especially when it comes to Faes.
Understand.
One thing I do recommend, if you really have to kill, please, give it a proper burial at least.
Is there a particular way that the Fae want to return to nature?
There are multiple ways. There are some that want to just become one with nature itself. There are some of them that just wants their soul to be guided to where they belong. And there's also those who just vanish and you can't really do anything.
I see. Did you have any questions, Quill?
Not real. I don't really get a chance to meet them anyways. I tend to be stuck here.
Some wander in every now and then.
Every once in a while. I always leave things for them. I learned that early on. Well, yeah, but it's different. Meeting one in the wild is different from one coming here.
Being in their realm, as opposed to them being in yours.
Yeah. I at least think most of them are alright being here at this point. All things considered.
Well, just show respect to them, and they'll probably show respect back, especially since you're not harming the nature itself around here.
It's what I try to do. And I try to preserve what nature I can. I think it's because of the closeness to the Feywild. But a lot of plants here will advance or change so quickly they don't get a chance to blossom. So I try to bring them in here.
Do you need that portal closed?
I don't think it would be a good idea to.
Here's the thing. I know some Fays don't like that, but this is still our plane. It's not their plane. If the portal is disrupting nature itself in that regard. Because here's the thing. I try to have an understanding from the mechanical side, the industrial side as well. That is something we have accepted. This is what is accepted amongst us. Machines, metal, fire. That's how we are here. We have learned how to accept it. We have learned how to cooperate with it. But the Fade don't see it like that. If the Fade had to decide, destroy everything, and let nature take its course, that's how they would probably see it.
I don't think that's not beneficial for
There needs to be a balance.
Suppose I haven't had too much of a chance to experience newer things. I've been to the Purple Lotus before, but that's about the extent of modern life I've had. At least new modern.
Trust me, when you've almost lived for 4,000 years, you have seen a lot of shit.
And you probably know what recently my family's been doing.
I'm like 26, kind of new at this, but trying to take it all in, the nature stuff. Yeah.
We all live and learn. Simple as that. Well, if you don't have any more questions, I think I'm gonna take my leave.
All right. Thank you so much for coming, Yuhi. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak to everyone.
I've stated this before. If you have questions or need any help, don't be afraid to ask me.
Of course. Likewise, if there's anything I can ever do to you, to repay all the kindness you've shown me, I'd be happy to help.
I'll remember that. Well then. What's the timing?
What's the time? Time for me to go. I'm kidding.
I mean, you can.
Hey, Andy.
Hello.
I don't know.
Am I late?
He was just about to leave, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fashionably.
Hi, what's up?
Oh.
Scrubbles, how are you doing, buddy?
To know each other. Oh boy.
This is my dog.
Kind of.
Sky.
Yes?
Remember what I said about there's two
Okay.
different types of face? This is a perfect example of something that has both.
There are two different examples of Fae. Normal and Archfey.
I've met Treebark a few times before. He seems very nice.
And then there's Fae deities.
Space
Good.
chicken.
I think that's Archfey.
Doing
Nice
pretty
to see
good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty
He probably doesn't like me right now.
fine and dandy.
Wow, did you do something? Uh,
The whole thing.
the,
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you're having a seminar on Fae relations. Yuhi was just ending his discussion. He was telling everybody about how to properly interact with Fae.
Nice. Show me what you learned. Come on.
Oh, so always be respectful. Treat Fae like
Yes.
royalty, no matter the situation.
Treat.
Especially
That
if,
was a good one.
especially if you're in their territory. Never allude to anything that would pertain to pollution or have things like cut wood and things like that. You could potentially offend them. And you should always have offerings, things to trade. Fae are always interested in trade. And you should never just leave an open-ended trade, such as, well, what do you want? You make proposals, things that would be really simple to them without being insulting from being too scarce. If you don't have anything to trade, they could curse you. Gotta be careful.
Not too bad, pigtails.
Let's see. You have to be careful with Fae deities specifically. Sometimes they're looking for followers, but sometimes that's hard to provide. You don't want to be insulting.
What happens if you are insulting?
I don't know. Do you want to insult me and find out?
Well, sometimes it leads to hostilities. And in the case of hostilities, you have to be very careful. You can defend yourself, but it's recommended just to flee. If you destroy them, it could lead to more curses. If you end up in the situation anyway that you have to defend yourself and fight them, it's best to subdue and then try to communicate if you can, or else flee like before. And if you do happen to have a Fae parish, try as best you can to figure out how they wish to return to nature, whether they wish their spirit to be guided or something of that nature.
Pretty good.
Was that a pun? A Fae spirit?
You said something of that nature. I don't know. I thought that was enough.
That was not intentional, but I'll take it.
Neat. Not bad, pigtails. You did pretty good.
Well, at least I got some notes out of it, even though I'm incredibly late.
Well,
Well, you are a Fae, so it's how to.
Well, Sky pretty much gave the abridged version.
You are an arch much Fae and Droste.
But,
What?
Hmm?
This is not something that needs
You
to
notice
be
his
in there,
eyes
Droste.
widen.
I would be careful saying that in off-plane.
This is the Feywild. This is the Whispering Willows.
Oh, we're still in the material plane, though it's close to the Feywild.
Sometimes the veil can be a little, eh.
Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing, Paper Breath?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And like I said, there are creatures that are both from the Feywild and are born in this.
Feywild and material plane are extremely close together. Sometimes the veil is blurred.
Oh, I see. Oh, we had discussions about the Feywilds too, and proper etiquettes there about not going over uninvited if you've never been there before, but that there are certain neutral grounds that you can go to. I actually got a seed from this. This is your dog? They're very friendly. What's their name?
This is my Triask.
What's their name?
They like to go. I believe they like to go by Moga Moga.
Moga Moga. Well, they gave me a gift earlier of a seed, and they wished for me to plant it in the Feywilds. So I'm going to try to go there at some point in the future.
Are you holding the seed out where people can see it?
He's holding it in his hands, yes, like this.
Treebark can immediately identify it's a silverwood seed.
Ooh. Nice. Where'd you find that?
Maybe we can go together.
I'd love to. I don't wish to go to Briar's Woods again. That's the only place that I've been to before, since you took hostile action before. I was going to go to a more neutral place.
Yeah, he apologizes for that.
We can always go back to Brackenwood. I can take us there if we want.
Well, the little bud took us there, and without his permission.
Okay,
Bud
well,
said it
I'll
was alright,
take
but
you
it
there
wasn't.
without his permission instead.
Well, I already
I
insulted
do not.
him by accident. I'd rather not.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Someone please more neutral. I agree.
Yes, I agree to that as well. I do not wish to go again without his permission, lest
Yeah.
I frustrate him again.
We shouldn't go to Agaba's place. That's a bad idea. I don't know where Ainsley is. I haven't talked to him. Let's see. No garbage. No. Oh God, Kevin lives there. I don't want to go there.
Who's Kevin?
Kevin.
There's a really stupid tree on 4th Street.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hey, Andy.
Hi.
Didn't say hi yet.
It's good to see you. Oh, I like your
Who
outfit.
are you?
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
I have no idea who you are. I've never met you.
We have never met.
That's what I just said. But it's a pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you too. I thought I heard your name was Treebark.
Yes.
Oh, you're so cute.
It's on the left.
Did you wake up that cat?
Oh.
And we'll be very...
Wait.
This one, Quill. That's the name. We'll be very upset.
When did you get cats, Quill?
More cats brought them over.
You're so cute.
Oh.
Apparently his had
Did he think you should have more cats?
I'll probably crush it.
No.
Oh, no. Please.
Be careful.
No, I said if I pet it, I might accidentally crush it because it is smaller than my hand.
I see.
Then use your finger.
I have claws.
Well, not in the back end.
Brush
Cats
your
like that as well.
Yeah, like back, yeah.
No, I don't want to wake
Kinda like-
Well, I mean, look what Vincent did. She points to her branches and there's.
There's huh?
There's.
Scared by a tree.
What?
That was standing there the whole time. It hasn't moved.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm a little jumpy after our training thing. But
What, you didn't like my
Vincent
musical?
put marshmallows on my branches so I don't poke people's eyes out.
That's a good thing, I guess. Where's that Tweaky? I need to talk to him.
He's unsure.
Shame.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
either way.
Mm.
If you don't have any more questions, I'm considering taking my leave.
All right. Thank you again, Yuhi. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Will do. And may the spirits guide you.
And you as well.
Nice seeing you for a short time, Andy.
Likewise. Sorry I was late. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
Goodbye. It's fine. I'm sure he meant to tell me bye before he left. He probably just forgot.
He waved goodbye.
I'll forgive him this once. Oh, I'm getting bored.
I'm pretty tired.
Want to go back home and rest for the night? Yeah, we can do that.
Long day.
Nice to see you. All right, let's go home.
Bye, Chief.
Oh,
take care.
Bye, Quill.
It was good to see you.
yeah, take care.
I was late.
Oh, it's okay.
Thanks for the,
Like,
thanks
super
for the
late.
notes I was able to get down just now, at least. So I know next time I'll be more informative of my kind.
It's okay. I've done a lot of studying on my own too. If you ever have any questions, I can try to help too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you around.
Of course.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well,
I think I'm leaving too.
Right. Farewell. It was good to see you, Sebastian, and we'll have to go speak to that deity again soon.
Yeah.
You want to do that this weekend, if you're available.
Yeah, we're definitely doing that this weekend.
so I would like to
Get this over with.
get uncursed. Kind of got like a uncursed and cursed almost at the same time. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
I don't think that was a curse. I think that was more of you left a blank check.
That wasn't a blank check. At least I don't think so.
Losing your arm, I'm pretty sure, was a blank check.
What the deity asked of me was to return you.
Bring me.
And I assumed the medal as well.
You told me.
Do you still have the medal that you took?
From his right hand, a large chunk of it. Here's.
Be sure to bring that. Potentially with another offering if you have it. Maybe using what Yuhi discussed to think of things that you could bring. And hopefully they should uncurse you. And you as well.
Yeah, he pulls out some golden dragon tail spikes. They're about a foot long. I got these from a dragon named.
Although I still need some of it. That's the problem.
Named Ebon. Apparently, there's only 8.
I still need some of the material. That's the problem.
Wait, you don't have all of it?
No, I do have all of it. But here's the problem. I can't return it all. I still need to use some of it.
I would just forget about that if I were you.
Maybe not bring it up then, or else have something really nice in order to try to bargain with.
Yeah. Honestly,
because
I would
they're
just.
already negatively predispositioned to you,
Yeah.
so it would be harder to trade, given that those circumstances. But if you say the right things, you could get uncursed. That would be nice. What was it that you got cursed with, by the way? I don't think I ever got the chance to ask you.
I can't lie.
Oh. That's not the worst thing. At least you weren't blinded.
My master actually worked out the kinks of the curse itself. They told me that there's also an extra catch to it. If I make a promise, I must uphold it.
Oh. Like, I guess you can be sure to always keep your promises then.
And apparently, if I were to die while a promise was still active, I guess, I practically would cheat death to uphold it. But it wouldn't be me. I'd be nothing more than a proxy.
Oh.
I see. Well, don't die, okay?
Well, I haven't made any promises.
Yes, don't do that either. Probably a good idea.
But I found a few ways around the no lying thing. I can just simply not answer a question.
That's fair. I mean, yeah.
Or just not give all the details.
You can tell half-truths and still not lie.
It's not necessarily half-truths, I just don't say everything that there is.
I see. Yeah.
I don't want to keep people around too long. How are you feeling, Quill?
I probably should go to bed soon.
All right. Did you
It's
wish to
getting
close
late.
up for the night then?
Probably. If you want to keep it open longer, you can feel free to, though.
Oh, cool.
It's okay.
I just have to go to bed myself.
I don't want to keep you up too long if you're tired.
So, seems like we're closing.
All right. I think I'm gonna be leaving. You have a good night. You have a good night. You have a good night.
Good luck to the both of you. I'll be sure to keep you in contact when we're going this weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm still going.
All right. It'll either be Saturday or Sunday, most likely. That'll keep you in the loop.
Yeah, thanks. Right. Pretty sure I'm cursed. Yeah.
Farewell.
Also, Quill, you still have scrolls and stuff?
I do. I could sell you some next time I'm open.
Alright. It's nice to know. Might need a couple on the trip. Oof. There's more blizzards. Avalanches and yeah.
We'll try our best to avoid those. I'm sure they won't if we're going to talk. And they expect us at this point.
Trying to talk
to return.
last time. Oh, I'm just saying we should keep on our toes still.
Of course. But I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to have to close up for the night.
Of course, like I'll head out. It's nice. That's nice meeting you too.
To say,
Huh? Or
I was about to say the same thing.
oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, Kata.
Of course.
Farewell.
Yeah.
It was good to see you.
It's good to see you. Oh. About time to be able to get back to that fucking mountain. I'll be damned if I'm not going back. I think they all know what's gonna happen. It's time to be whole. Under any circumstances, I will be whole again. Now, the robot's armor cool, but still, all I have to do. So glad it teleported directly back to my house. Well, apartment. Wonder if anyone knows I can teleport. It's really high up here. Doesn't matter. All I know is all I have to do is get uncursed. When I can still keep my robot arm and get my arm back when I want, without any negative consequences. That's all I want, to be uncursed. I don't even have to get my arm back. I don't even want my arm back right now. I just want to be uncursed. Being cursed is terrible. I'm not sure what future consequences it could have for me, even generation wise, or even what detriment it has on my own soul. I'm getting uncursed. This is what I was waiting for so fucking long. Finally, Sebastian in the sky. Might finally be getting back to the mountain. Alright, this time I have to not fuck this one up. Really work at this. I got my tributes. I can even so much as bring back the ice elemental we killed. Careful words. No sacrificing yourself. And if shit hits the fan, I'm just getting the fuck out of there. At the same time, nah. In and out. Do what you gotta do. Be uncursed. Even if I get my arm back, I mean, shit. At least I'm uncursed. Well, time to turn the lights off. It's been a hell of a day. Vincent quit Aegis. Sachi's a murder hobo. And, yeah. Oh, whoa. Let's see. I got full equipment now. I got my armor. Let me go and put that on. Where's my... Here we go. Actually, shit. I forgot. I put it at the cathedral. Shit. Wait a minute. But if I wear metal, I don't like metal. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna have to go like this. I'm gonna have to take this off. These are usually anti-fey metal chains because I had bad experiences, and you just wrap them up in chains. Fey, but I'm going in completely non-hostile, no ill intent. Pump full of enhancements, enchantments. I mean, and I'm gonna be ready for this thing. Hopefully have Yuhi come along and save our asses again. Time for bed. Actually, time to get my gear off first. I'll just put it over here.